What's up, guys? Welcome back to Redline Reactions. I'm Evan, and today we are back with more Ren. We're going to be continuing the Vincent's Tale saga with Self-Portrait. The first one that we saw of Sunflowers was loaded with crazy imagery, and I'm pretty sure some Van Gogh Easter eggs, but I'm excited to see where this one takes us, so let's dive right in. Also, before we get going, this is one of those things where it's like a little over 7 minutes long. I'm not going to pause that much just because, at least for my mind, I kind of need a little bit of unbrokenness to really have it hammer and hit home, land. There we go. Stick, whatever. But yeah, just as a heads up. God, he's great with the guitar. His ankles. I thought he was gonna smash it.
Come on, let's have it, you miserable prick. I will do what I want, I will drink till I'm sick to my stomach. I'm sick of the same boring songs. I am sick of these pavements I find myself on. Great Britain, I hate you. I'll say that with pride. It's my right to be violent when you fed me lies. I'm a rotter, a menace when I want to be, and I've worked for that right because nothing comes free. I have slaved all my life in the dull 9 to 5. I just rinse and repeat while I'm barely alive. Great Britain, I loathe you with murderous glee. I will do to this country what you've done to me. Destroy. I want to tear apart these buildings from the cinder blocks they stand. Leave this town in dust and rubble. Make some trouble with my hands.
Really quickly, was this, I mean, it certainly appears that this was obviously done in one take. I don't see a lapel mic. So, like, I know High Ren was done live. This wasn't, right? Yeah, let me know. But these one-shot videos are pretty incredible. Let's go back just a little.
Tear apart these buildings from the cinder blocks they stand. Leave this town in dust and rubble. Make some trouble with my hands. I won't lie, I'm fucking wasted, but I wasted all my youth, and I've stayed so damn complacent. Getting wasted is my truth. So my style of self-expression is a fist into the gut. It's throwing up upon these pavements. Shut your fucking mouth, you slut. Banished angel, I am Lucifer. Might reign like Genghis Khan. Soon you will all know my name. I am the storm after the calm. I'm the victim of the victim list, the pill that makes you sick. I am chaos incarnate. Let's fucking have it then, you prick. Now the rules of the street fight are simple. It's pretty much anything goes. Keeping the street pretty firm on your feet. It pays to be sweet on your toes. And fools they have fallen for clumsy mistakes. Late to react, cop the fist to the face. Now the rules of the street fight are simple. Break that little prick's nose. Throw a punch, you swallow it, follow it, grab the collar, quick hollow tip like karate kick, martial art master, spark a bitch, park a fist on the landing strip, carnage, it finds the cartilage, karma serve like a carbonated cola on the crucifix, kill. Vincent wanna kill, who blood gets spilled, move double that rude boy, kill or be killed. Do it for the fun, blood, do it for the thrill. Blue lights, boy, run, blue lights, boy, chill.
Good Lord. That took a turn. His facial expressions as he's kind of going through this descent into chaos. It's like the vibe that I'm still getting, and there's still, 2.5 minutes left in this. As he starts off, and I don't want to say it's positive, but it's more sort of upbeat. But it just gradually sort of unravels, and his facial expressions and the actual guitar, and then how he's singing, there's like spite and anger in his voice, and I feel like a lot of people can relate to him. But oof, Broken Bottle.
So it goes.
Oh.
In the absence of the light, the devil's soul, a seed in either mind. Vincent was shaken, run from the law, hide from the bacon, crouch on the floor. The cook to omit him, hate the wolf spits on him, rapes him, hits him, kicks him when he's down, and that shapes him. He hears the sound of a copper, hot up on his tail proper, Vincent off his rocker. Bothered by the lie that Britain sold him, what a shocker. Where greedy eat the poor, a holy war, the chosen prosper. But some are never chosen, they stay frozen in the locker. Destined to survive in 9 to 5 and watch the clock, but don't think about reality, my little happy shopper. A brand new show on Netflix to distract you from the horror, and swallow all your morals for a retweet or a follow, and shadow ban the problem man, a soul for $1, and keep the fight amongst yourself, don't think about the squalor. The systems don't impose it, or the rules that we all honor. And fuck it, Vincent cooked to boiling point, he's cannon fodder. So what's the use in running, he's already in the locker. He's careless with his actions now, a clumsy motherfucker. He turned to face his fate, cause fate's a bitch and none will stop her. Richard was an officer who stood at 6'3". Was his first day back at work after a time of absent leave. Working London on the night shift, what he didn't think he'd see was our boy with a guitar, bruised and battered on his knees. But Richard lived in caution now, tormented by his past. Not so quick to find the trigger, not so fast. But Richard was a righteous man who lived inside the law. So he leapt upon poor Vincent and he cuffed him to the floor.
Okay. Wow. There's there's a lot to kind of unpack with that. Um, Before I forget, the the next installment is not Richard's tale, right? Like there's still more in Vincent's tale, because I think that I saw when I was looking for the video for this one that there was one like Starry Night, which makes sense, the whole Van Gogh through line. Um, but yeah, the I love Ren's use of those. I'm pretty sure there's a term for it, but some of those chords that he was using towards the end there, you got a lot of them. Once the like the sort of devil took over in high ren, you'd get those anxiety inducing guitar strings, and they did the same thing here. And there's something with the pattern and just like the key of those that just puts you on edge. And it's really cool. He uses it really well. He doesn't overuse it, because if you overdo it, it's just like, ugh, this is annoying. Um, yeah, this is wild. Like it all comes together. The tale of Jenny and Screech, Vincent's tale, Richard's tale. I don't know. However, I don't know how many others there are, but um, I'm really, really impressed with Ren. And this sounds super, super weird because I'm a, a nobody compared, not a nobody, okay, but from like I haven't accomplished anything to the degree that he has musically, right? He doesn't need my validation. He doesn't need anyone's validation. But like you get this feeling like you just want to tell him like, I'm super proud of you. Like this is incredible. It's hard to art is difficult to make at any point in time throughout history, but especially these days when you have so many distractions and stressors um, and just things pulling you in every single direction, to be able to kind of channel your emotion and what you're experiencing and seeing and feeling and hearing and channel it into this one thing that not only, because I'm going to assume this is kind of therapeutic for him, but is also therapeutic and relatable to millions of other people. And it sounds good. That's the thing too. His voice is like if he if he were just if his voice was limited to what you got in high ren up until the point where he stood up out of the wheelchair at the end and belted, kind of belted, that would still be unbelievable. But every single time I watch a video, like he sings in like a different way, and there was almost a little bit of a like a reggae vibe there towards the end on that one, which is kind of cool. That would be the second Welsh reggae sound that I've heard. Who's the band? Skindred, a Welsh metal reggae band. Love that. Um, Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and watch this again because there were a couple times where, um, just I don't know if I was just like seeing things, but I felt like there were a couple Easter eggs in there. Felt like there were a couple Easter eggs, and so we're gonna have to check that out. But let me know down in the comments if there's something big that I missed. I'll have gone back and watched this a couple times by then, so you're not going to spoil anything. Don't spoil anything going forward. But couple things. One, can you please just confirm that the next video in this series that I should be watching is Starry Night? And then if there was any Easter eggs that you guys saw, please let me know. And yeah, then also I want to know kind of like when you watch and listen to this, what does it make you feel? Because for me, it feels like I said, sort of a descent into chaos. It feels like a man who's fed up, who's sick of everything that's going on in his life. He's trying to use alcohol to mask that, and he's there's just a little thread that you know, bad Ren is starting to, or bad Vincent is just starting to pull and unravel and unravel and unravel. And I think we've all been there to a certain degree. Some of us more than others. Um, I mean, I certainly haven't reached that point where I'm, you know, using alcohol, but I mean, we all have felt like, good God, can this get any worse? And there's a saying that's, you know, the worst thing to happen to someone is the worst thing that's happened to them, right? And so, um, you know, it's not really our place to say, to rank like, oh, well, you know, this person had it worse. The worst thing that's happened to me is the worst thing that's happened to me. It's the only thing that I can kind of go off of. And so this just sort of tapped into that and made me think a little bit about that. And it's kind of nice to, nice isn't the right word, but well, I'm gonna say it's kind of nice to know that, you know, I'm not the only one dealing with struggles, or, you know, um, unhappy with certain things, and you know, just getting it in a great in a great piece of music, great piece of art is just sort of a plus. But anyways, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you watching. If you stuck around this long, if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button. Okay, we have a lot of fun here. There's a lot of really fun things left to come that are just on the horizon that I want you guys to be a part of. Yeah, blow up the comment section. I will see you down there, and we'll kind of get to the bottom of this. All right. Hope you guys have a great rest of the day. I'll see you next time.